Freemasonry and the Western Esoteric Tradition. The Western Esoteric Tradition is a vast and complex web of mystical, spiritual, and philosophical beliefs and practices that have fascinated people for centuries. From the Hermetic teachings of ancient Egypt and Greece to the Kabbalistic traditions of Judaism and the Gnostic movements of early Christianity, the Western Esoteric Tradition has influenced and shaped the spiritual landscape of Western civilization. And one organization that has been deeply influenced by this rich and varied tradition is the Freemasons. Known for their secretive practices and mysterious symbolism, the Freemasons have long been associated with the world of esoteric knowledge and practice. But what exactly is the connection between Freemasonry and the Western Esoteric Tradition? And how has this tradition influenced the teachings, practices, and rituals of the Freemasons throughout their history? In this video, we will explore the fascinating relationship between Freemasonry and the Western Esoteric Tradition, and discover the hidden secrets and mysteries that lie at the heart of these ancient and mystical traditions. Section 1: Freemasonry. Freemasonry is a fraternity of men who share a common belief in the existence of a supreme being and the immortality of the soul. Its origins are unclear, but it is believed to have evolved from medieval stonemasonry guilds. Its modern form emerged in the 17th century, and it quickly spread throughout Europe and the Americas. Freemasonry uses allegorical symbols and rituals to convey its teachings. One of the most important symbols of Freemasonry is the square and compasses. This symbol represents the idea of living a moral and ethical life within the boundaries of reason and good judgment. Albert Pike, a 19th-century Freemason, wrote in his book Morals and Dogma of the Ancient and Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry.
The square, to teach us to regulate our actions by rule and lying, and to harmonize our conduct with the principles of morality and virtue. The compasses, to teach us to circumscribe our desires and keep our passions within due bounds with all mankind, especially with the brethren of our society.
Freemasonry also has a rich tradition of ritual and initiation. Candidates go through a series of degrees that involve the performance of symbolic actions and the recitation of specific texts. These degrees are designed to impart moral and ethical lessons to the candidate and to reinforce the fraternity's core values. As S. L. MacGregor Mathers, a member of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, wrote in his introduction to the Book of the Sacred Magic of Abramelin the Mage.
The true purpose of initiation is not to learn new facts, but to bring about a complete change in one's mental attitude and to make the aspirant see the world in a new light.
Despite its popularity, Freemasonry has been the subject of controversy and conspiracy theories. Some have accused it of being a secret society with sinister goals, while others have claimed that it is a front for a global conspiracy. However, most scholars agree that Freemasonry is simply a fraternal organization with a rich tradition of symbolism and ritual. Section 2: The Western Esoteric Tradition. The Western Esoteric Tradition is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon that has evolved over thousands of years. It encompasses a wide range of spiritual practices and beliefs, including alchemy, astrology, magic, and Kabbalah. One of the key features of the Western Esoteric Tradition is its emphasis on the use of symbols and correspondences to represent abstract concepts and spiritual truths. One of the most important figures in the development of the Western Esoteric Tradition was the ancient Greek philosopher Pythagoras. Pythagoras believed that the universe was a harmonious whole, and that numbers were the key to understanding its mysteries. He also believed that the human soul was immortal, and that it could be purified and elevated through spiritual practices such as music and contemplation.
There is geometry in the humming of the strings. There is music in the spacing of the spheres.
The Western esoteric tradition also draws heavily on the traditions of the ancient Egyptians, who believed in the existence of a hidden knowledge that could lead to spiritual enlightenment. The Egyptian Book of the Dead, a collection of funerary texts, was one of the most important sources of esoteric knowledge in ancient Egypt. Another important source of esoteric knowledge in the Western tradition is the Kabbalah, a Jewish mystical tradition that dates back to at least the 12th century. The Kabbalah emphasizes the study of the Torah and the use of meditation and visualization to gain insight into the nature of God and the universe.
The Torah, like the soul, has its mysteries and secrets, which are revealed only to those who seek them with all their heart.
The Western esoteric tradition has also been influenced by the teachings of Hermeticism, a philosophical and mystical tradition that emerged in ancient Egypt and Greece. The Hermetic tradition emphasizes the unity of all things and the existence of a divine spark within each human being.
As above, so below, as within, so without.
One of the most important figures in the revival of the Western esoteric tradition in the modern era was the British occultist Aleister Crowley. Crowley believed that the key to spiritual enlightenment was to free oneself from the constraints of traditional morality and embrace one's true nature. He also believed in the existence of a higher spiritual realm that could be accessed through the use of ritual and magic.
Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law.
Despite its rich history and complexity, the Western esoteric tradition continues to fascinate and inspire people around the world. Its emphasis on symbolism, ritual, and spiritual transformation has influenced a wide range of fields, including psychology and cognitive science. As the French philosopher and esoteric scholar Henri Corbin wrote,
"The Western esoteric tradition is not a body of doctrines, but a spiritual orientation that has run through Western culture since its origins."
In summary, the Western esoteric tradition has had a profound influence on Freemasonry throughout its history. From its early roots in the medieval guilds to its modern form as a fraternal organization, Freemasonry has incorporated many elements of esoteric knowledge and practice into its teachings and rituals. The use of symbols, numerology, and ritualistic practices in Freemasonry reflects the influence of the Western esoteric tradition, which has emphasized the use of such tools as a means of achieving spiritual transformation and enlightenment. The Masonic emphasis on morality, charity, and brotherhood also reflects the esoteric belief in the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of cultivating a sense of unity and harmony with one's fellow human beings. While some have criticized Freemasonry as a secret society or a cult, its emphasis on self-improvement, personal responsibility, and ethical behavior has made it a popular and respected organization for centuries.
Freemasonry is a science of morality, veiled in allegory and illustrated by symbols.
Whether one is a member of the Freemasons or simply a student of the Western esoteric tradition, the rich and complex history of these traditions provides a fascinating insight into the evolution of human spirituality and the quest for knowledge and understanding.